All right, what's up, everybody? Exciting news. So I'm about to go train with Hypertrophy Coach Joe Bennett, as well as Vaughan Walker too. And we're gonna hit some back today. But before we do that, I want to tell you guys a little bit of something about the rest of this year involving Joe. So I decided that I wanted to take my training execution, my programming to the next level. So I'm teaming up with Joe Bennett, and we're going to be building the program together. So what that means for you guys is that you can actually follow along with it. So we're gonna put this program, my specific program leading into the Olympia, is gonna be on his application. So it's the Hypertrophy Coach app. You can find it on Google or iTunes, whatever you need to. But what you do is you can subscribe to that. You can see not only my program, but there's also 20 to 30 other ones on there. I know Terrence Ruffin's on there. Ones he's done in the past with like Dallas McCarver and all these other studs that he's worked with in the past. So I'm really excited about this because you guys have always seen me do my own training. I kind of have always gone in the gym. I know what to get done, and I just I want to say wing it. I know what I need to do. I've been doing this long enough. You guys have seen my workouts. You enjoy them. But now it's more, I get more accountability. I have somebody looking over the shoulder of everything I'm doing, somebody to provide feedback. He's going to be watching my training just to level me up, So I have, 5 months, 6 months ahead of me until the Olympia. So I want to make the most out of that time. So he will be in charge of my training. Obviously, Matt Jansen's still my coach. Joe's just the training portion. But the reason I'm also doing this is because we're teaming up, and I've been wanting to do something like this in regards to being able to get you guys involved with my training exactly. So you can now get that, and I'll leave the link here below. You can get that application and you can follow along with my workout. So you can do the exact same things I'm doing all the way until the Olympia, same exercise, same rep schemes, same intensifiers, and you can kind of follow along with the YouTube too. So you guys, if you can, check it out. Let me know what you guys think about it. Always reach out to me if you have questions. Again, it's in the comment section, not comment section. It's in the description below here. And I hope to see you guys, doing the butcher workout leading into the Olympia. So last thing here I want to touch on, because I just got something I'm really excited about, and I'm going to come back and talk about it here. Mainly, this is going to be kind of a test study. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a long time. I've just kind of been on the edge because, I'll just show you. So what it is a CPAP. So I finally got myself a CPAP. This is going to help with sleep apnea. I wouldn't technically say I have full-on sleep apnea. Maybe my wife might say different, but I sleep well. I think I do. I mean, I get 7 to 8 hours a night, but it's a lot of tossing and turning, a lot of in and out. I know it's not REM sleep because I'm tired throughout the day. So, and that's part of being 280 pounds, being a bodybuilder, eating 6,000 calories a day, weighing 280 when I should, be a lot lighter without, if I wasn't a bodybuilder. So this is going to, what I've heard, based off all the people that wrote me about this, is it's going to obviously enhance sleeping, get you in that REM sleep that will make you have so much more energy throughout the day. You're going to grow better. You're going to go faster. You're going to hold on to weight more. You're going to maybe even be a little bit hungrier, which I really am looking forward to. But the main thing is just, like I said, the sleep, get thorough REM sleep, REM sleep, and then also, with that, have energy throughout the day, so I'm not, not lethargic, not taking little quick cat naps throughout the day, falling asleep on the couch, or I'm just sitting there. So I'm really excited about this. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is I will come back and tell you my results, because I know a lot of you might be thinking about doing the same thing, especially some of my following. There's a lot of guys that probably need one as well. I just pushed it off way too long, but now it's time. So I need to take that next step with the training, with the recovery, with the sleep, with the food. I got to go all in. So that's what we're doing now. I'll come back and talk about this. But for now, let's head to the gym, get this workout in, and see what Joe has for us in store. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the app, the Hypertrophy Coach app again, and then I'll tell you more about this in the future.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Peace.
That's the best time to get it when they're not expecting it.
It worked. Were you encouraged, Vaughan?
It doesn't matter if he wants it or not. That was a non-consensual encouragement.
Yes. More.
You're advanced like Brett. Generally, the more advanced you are, the faster you can go and the more you can get out of it. Ever do like RDLs on back day, or typically keep them separate, or don't do it?
Typically keep them separate. How I do it is, so if I put it on back day, I'm gonna do more rack pulls, and then I'll split up on the lower half for like hamstring. I'll do RDLs on the hams.
Okay. And Vaughn's gonna do whatever we tell him to do?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
good.
how that works.
Yeah.
Which is a good point to be
Yeah, hell yeah.
when he's that age.
Oh yeah, because Dorian. Always a good reason.
All right, we are training some back with the Hypertrophy Coach because you can learn so much just from him. And so today we're gonna hit some back. We got Vaughan here too. The main thing is just kind of picking his brain today and setting up my off season. So using these things I learned today to apply to the off season ahead, and you guys can too. So stay with us and hopefully learn some new shit today.
Now just having that feeling, tricep into lat, driving that elbow down to the floor. Squeeze. Okay, so in case you can pick up all the little tips I was giving there for finishing pull downs, one, it's great to have somebody with a lat like Brett because we can see his lat. So again, visualize the way these fibers run. They go this way. So again, when you're finishing, this muscle fully shortens and contracts. The fibers pull this way. So again, because all this attaches to his upper arm, I want him thinking about his upper arm finishing that way. So when he first was doing some reps, just kind of come back pretty far for me. He's kind of finishing. Hold on for a second. Slow down, Brett. He was pulling back here, like this way. And I said, think about a little bit more smashing your tricep into your lat. So again, lats pull this way and down. So I was saying smash in, and then I was telling him to actually press down into my hand. So having that feeling is going to take his whole upper arm and not only pull it down, but pull it a little bit more across, which lines up more with his lat fiber. And most importantly, that's it, Brett. Just a quick demo. How did that feel compared to how you were doing it?
Much more smooth. Yeah, you can actually see the finishing range of motion instead of just, when you go fast, you just feel the stretch real quick and then just the finish. Just when you actually pin it and feel the full isolation. I like
and just so you guys catching this as well too, I was having them slow down and having them feel that. I'm not saying at home you have to train like that. I'm not saying you have to slow down and squeeze the shit everything. But if you're learning something and I just want him to feel something new, I'm going to have him spend some time there. So if I was saying, like, people talk about tempo and pace a whole lot. Tempo and pace is very individual. When you're advanced like Brett, generally the more advanced you are, the faster you can go and the more you can get out of it. But when I'm showing something new, even for him, I just want him to spend some time there, feel it. Oh, how's that feel? Get some awareness of what's going on, and then he can make that his own. He can go whatever tempo works best for him. But when you're practicing doing your warm-up sets in general, go slow, feel what you're trying to feel, and then when you're doing working sets, just get after it. And something I didn't coach Brett at all on this, he already did himself, so I didn't say anything. But so even though I'm telling him kind of a good spot to finish, and I want him to feel him, you know, anytime you're going through a range of motion, make sure you're using your muscles. So again, if he's pulling down at the end, you know, you just don't want to fly through there. You want to make sure you contract. But if I had to say the most important part of this machine or the range of motion is that stretch. So he was already just doing a little pause there. So again, if you guys are watching at home, where most people mess up doing this is they're just going to bounce out of that range. So if there's an opportunity where, yeah, the whole range of motion is important, but the stretch that you get here, you're not going to get that on a row, right? So a row doesn't fully stretch your lat. You have to bring your arm up here somewhere. So when you go up there, again, make sure you're using your lat. Don't bounce. If there was some place I'd almost say it's probably good for almost everyone to just pause for a second. Make sure it's lat, not momentum, and make sure you're getting the most benefit of this exercise because you're going to get this position in a ton of spots. Every single row is going to get somewhere around here, but not every exercise is going to get that stretch.
So here's a question for you in regards to that. I think it gets thrown out a lot. So when you say stretch, so are we talking full stretch on the lat here, obviously?
Yep.
Or do you let your shoulder come out of place in the extended stretch, I like to call it?
So in general, I go a little bit with, first and foremost, you have to make sure you feel it on your lat still.
Right.
There's a difference between, I say, the short answer is let that shoulder blade elevate. Yeah, because again, if you just take those 2 points, if you take the insertion, or excuse me, the origin and the insertion, and you go, here's the end here, and then I raise that, those points get further away.
Yep.
So it will further stretch the lat. And the lat does cross over all of that. So again, some of it's responsible for what it does just at the shoulder joint, GH joint, and some of it's responsible for what it does with the scapula as well too. But the trick is, there's like the devil's in the dose. So you gotta find the right amount. I'll see some people that they get there, like they're lat, and they just kind of go like side bend and open up. Like it's not.
And then it turns into you gotta use momentum to get it back.
It shouldn't be a side bend. It shouldn't be a weird rotation. It should be if like this is kind of my end where my shoulder goes. You know, if it's kind of pure elevation, you can get a little bit more of a stretch there.
Right.
But then where the trade-off is, if I had somebody doing that, for whatever reason it just didn't feel good or they didn't like it, I mean, it's that much more length.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to have that happen? No. But in general, if you can do it controlled, I like to have a little bit of shoulder blade elevation as well too.
Now, I want to hear your description. I knew the answer. I just wanted to hear how you described it, which is much better than how I can explain it.
Yeah. So, listen, look at something from here. Put your hand there. So something else I want you guys to see that Brett does perfect is that see where his shoulder joint is? Everything stays perfectly lined up. So again, from this plane of motion, his shoulder joint, his elbow, his hand are all in the same plane. Huge mistake people do is they let their elbow flare. So if you come at any point in time, you let that elbow flare out a lot, I would argue you could use some more kind of upper back stuff, not as much lat. So anytime you're doing a single arm pull down, keep everything all lined up. So where the shoulder joint is, The elbow, the hand, everything all stays in the same plane, in the same line.
Brett, how do you feel with the tips?
Okay, so exercise 1. So we're doing one on bread and butter of mine. So the single arm hammer strength pull down, so the under grip. Did a lot of it back at Armbrust, you remember? But main thing he tweaked here is just, I thought I was doing it right. You always do, which kind of was, but the finish though. So we're focused on is keeping that elbow pinned to our side, keeping everything vertical in line, and really squeezing at the bottom and driving the elbow down. So what I was doing was kind of just tucking it back too much. So now what we can do is pull down, pin it down through, control back. So we'll run a top set next year. It would still be good.
I'll give you just a little bit of spot. So most of these will look like you're doing the last, like let's say 2-3 reps. You'll do 90% of it,
Right.
but then stick with it as you get to that end, and then I'll give you that last little bit to finish it.
Partner assistance.
Yep. Smooth finish. I'll get you there. Good. Stretch. Drive down. Hard finish. A little smooth on the way out. Let it out with the lat. There we go. Squeeze. Good.
Yep.
Squeeze. Yep. Just like that. Stay the same. Nothing changes. Yep. And same thing. Keep it all right there. Nowhere else.
Yep.
Squeeze. We got another. Stick with it. Stretch. Hard pull. Squeeze. Let's go one more. Best rep. Let's go. All that. Nothing else. Finish. Yeah.
Oh. Whoo! Yeah, that was feeling low. I think the biggest point I'm taking away is I've always pinned it, decently well, I thought. But it's more so the release out, right?
Yeah, that too. Yep.
So focus on the stretch. Not only the stretch through the top part where you still, but like
right out of the
slow
bottom.
out of the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good reps. Good. Come on. Yep. Again, stick with it right here. Nowhere else. Just get your head right there. I'll get you there. Go. Again.
Yep.
Last one. Smooth. Now strong finish on that.
Whew. That's nasty.
What are you on? 12 plays? Good, come on, go. Got another one. Keep it on the left. That's what I want you to think about. This right here. Hard pull down. Squeeze, finish. That's good.
Joe's blood-starving stretch pause set of death.
So keep a nice smooth pace. Not even quite that low. Stretch. Keep it smooth. Speed up on you right there. There we go. A couple more, smooth. Slow up. There we go. Two more. Range of motion you got. One more, stretch. Good. Stand up. Elbows together. I'm gonna count. We're gonna hold there for about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Pushing my fingers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great rep. Let's go 3 more. Whatever range you got. Stretch. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Stand up. Just leave that same weight on. Press in. Good. A little harder. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get Vaughn's face. I see fear. 2.
I'm not ready for this.
Good. Good. Smooth face. Don't speed up. They can be short. 3 more. Stretch. 2. Last one. Yeah.
Holy shit. There's the blood starving part. That was beautiful.
I mean, honestly, it's like right. This is the majority of it, yeah. But no, honestly, nothing wrong with that, honestly, because I was going to actually make it a little bit even more upper. So I'm going to have you scoot up just a teeny bit and extend a little bit more, and try and even shift a little bit more up here. So what I want you to, before you start, so don't grab it yet, extend for me a little bit, chest up a little bit. So there, keep that tight.
Okay.
Yep. And what I want you to do is feel like you're keeping this spine position. So slow everything down just a little bit. So as everything pulls forward, you don't do any spinal flexion. This stays still, and everything just kind of moves around that. Slow them down for a little bit. Stretch forward, and then kneel hold it out just for the warm up. Stretch, give me a little bit. Squeeze. There we go. Let's go 3 more like that. 2. 1 more. Good. All right, guys, moving on to one of my second favorite back movements. Basically, if I was going to pick only 3 movements to do, which ones would I pick? That one's going to pretty much cover most of the lats range of motion. The single arm pull down we did. This is pretty much going to cover your entire upper back. So if I was going to say what is my favorite for upper back, it's going to be some sort of chest supported T-bar row. So if you have a T-bar, great, but almost any chest supported row you can accomplish the goal as long as you can get a similar grip. People get a little bit too fixated. Someone's going to say, I don't have this exact machine. If you have something you can put your chest on and you have something you can take a similar width grip on, it's going to have almost the exact same effect on your body. So it could be chest supported T-bar row, chest supported dumbbell row. So if you don't have this, you could go on an incline bench. See this angle? You can produce this with an incline bench, grab a pair of dumbbells, do pretty much the exact same thing. So again, between the first one, if you do that, if you ask them how their lats feel after that pull down, you can get huge lats just doing one movement. You can get a huge upper back just doing one movement. I'm not saying to only do 1, 2, 3 movements, but I like the notion of efficiency. So this is going to pretty much train everything when I say upper back from shoulder to shoulder. So there's going to be rear delts involved, there's going to be traps involved, there's going to be rhomboids involved, pretty much your entire upper back musculature. But yeah, you're going to get some lats working as well too.
Up to the top set, and then you just feel if you're not getting it all the way. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So then the back off's gonna be more specific on the squeeze. You know what I mean? Or if you did the top set clean, you still had, you think you still have some more reps in you, then add a little bit more and try to find that spot where you're not getting it all the way.
Yep. Finish. Yeah, one more. Come on.
Nice. Ooh, felt every inch of that. I think that's something huge on this one, especially like people get such a swinging motion with it. Like you might not feel that 2 through 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you slow it down like this, where we're getting. In my head, I'm thinking, hold it for 1, even though I know I'm not.
Yeah.
Hold it for 1, hold it for 1.
Yeah.
You're slowing the momentum down on each rep.
Oh, for sure.
So 9 good ones there is better than 15 just going.
Yeah. That's what I tell people too. Like same as I was telling them on warm up, like focusing on a feeling is a very good thing because you can take that to a working set. That's why I say like on warm ups, focus on pause for a second, just so you can say, okay, here's what it feels like to use my muscles here. Here's what it feels like to use them here. Whether you're actually pausing on your working set doesn't matter. You've got that sensation, so you can focus on, all right, stretch all that, squeeze all that, stretch all that, squeeze all that. You don't necessarily need that tempo, but that can help you kind of ingrain that feeling. Like I said, make sure you're actually using stuff there.
Thank you. Perfect. Woo. That's when you know you get done.
Come on. One more. Good. Time finding it. Slow. Round. Perfect. Good. Slow. Slow. Extend. Come on. Hard squeeze. Good. Stretch. All squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Good. Keep going. A couple more. Stretch. 3 more. Slow them down. Keep them pretty. Good. 2 more. Stretch. 1 more.
Well, that's different.
Right?
Oh, that's different. Yeah. I liked it. Yeah. Okay, so what you saw there when we finished our upper back row there, the T-bar row, what he did at the very end was something I've never done, and so I think you got a video, right?
Yep.
So just something nasty to try on yourself. What he did is he broke down the movement, so we were actually using different muscles of the back. So at the beginning there, we were doing our normal rows, so hitting those low traps, mid-back kind of area, mid to low traps. And then what we did is we extended out our arms, we bent all the way over, we used our erectors, which are gonna be right here, on your back. Use our erectors to push through, squeeze through, stretch, squeeze through. So we went from upper back, went down pretty much down the spine in progression to working the erectors, so strengthen everything. So just another way with back, there's so many muscles in your back, such a broad area, you can actually combine them and hit both in a single movement with specifics, so meaning to. So it felt good to do that because then you know exactly what area you're hitting. Yep. That was beautiful.
Little trick for you on this one, so just so you know why I put it this way, not everybody has the prime. So if you don't have the prime, sorry. Complain to your gym, don't complain to me in the comment section. But put the seat, like this part, all the way back.
Yeah.
So it's obviously, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to grab it, but for here, what makes it basically much more dramatic, like very heavy from the start, lighter to the finish. And especially when we're trying to go like pure lats, that's great. You're really strong here, so we want it really freaking heavy here, and then we want it lighter as it comes in. And so this changes, and so if you're really, really close, you won't get as much of that effect. Whereas you pull it back, it changes where this position of the plate is relative to the axis. And so the finish, it'll be lighter, the start will be heavier. And in general, too.
Totally a new one, so you guys are just gonna have to pay attention to our setup here. But what he did is he turned this prime back piece, chest supported row, set it up so it's fully isolating just your lats, especially your low lats. So our body's in position that all we have to do is keep our elbows tucked to our side, drive down, keep your traps lowered, don't scrunch up, traps lowered, elbow drive down. So we're creating this row in you. So row, row, row. But you're already in your position, and in the resistance profile, it's harder in the beginning. So you're pulling it hard out at the bottom, and then it gets easier as you go, so you can really get that squeeze back. So I'm all about that, elbow drive as far back as you can. So this resistance profile provides that. So this might be a new favorite. We're definitely gonna be running this one in the future.
There we go. Come on. Good. You guys got a smooth finish. Drive that into the side. Hard squeeze. There we go. Again. Come on. Yep. Come on. One more.
One more.
Yep. I got you. Come on.
Let's go, Brett.
Yep.
Finish. Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
More.
That's getting clipped for sure.
That is.
So we're doing 2 drops here?
Yeah, so 2 drops. So we obviously keep everything the same on the first one. I'll probably actually, same as we did before, give you a spot for 1 and 2. And then the other one, since I drop it off, I want you to just keep a nice smooth pace and just really focus on this. And like as soon as it ends, like if we start to lose a little bit of range of motion, that's fine. Just kind of let it go where it goes and just keep a nice smooth pace, just that lat up and down type feeling. Right where you want it. So left and there we go. Smooth. Up and down. There we go. Good. Let it out slow. Right on it. Good. There we go. Yep. Come on. Good. Again. Yep. More like that. Smooth pace. Drive that arm down. Just visualize that lat. Stretch. Pull down. Stretch. Pull down. Even if the range gets a little bit shorter. Stretch that arm. Stretch. This part right there. Good. Come on. 2 more like that. Don't care about range. 1 more. Good. Slow. Right where you want them. Not a lot of weight. Just keep that up and down. Stretch. Stay on that pad, stay right there, stretch. Straps in there now. Just jam. Come on, stretch and squeeze. Good. Keep going. Come on. Don't worry about it. Just keep it a little bit shorter. Just drive that arm down. Good. 3 to go. Come on. Stretch. Drive down. 2. 1. Come on. Good.
Oh, geez. That was, that was nasty. The old drop sit. Whew. It's probably the best back work I've had in a long time. Thanks, Joe.
Like the range of motion's chopped off. So as soon as that's the end and you can't get any further, then just bend the elbows a little bit. Then we'll just kind of turn it into like a pull down to finish. Make sense?
To finish?
Yep. Yeah. So basically, once you can't, continue with that, go over, bending that elbow. Good. So don't force that. Just go to where it goes. Hard squeeze. There we go. Good. Stretch. Like that. Come on, stretch.
What's that?
So bend the elbow now, a little bit of a row. There you go. Keep those elbows in. Same thing, turn the palms up a little bit. There we go. Stretch. Just keep nice, smooth pace. Don't force the end. Just stay right on now. Be short range. Just stay right on. Just contractions where you still got it. Good. Keep going. Get a time here. Come on. Good. Keep going. Good. Stay short. Keep going. Come on. 3 more. Come on.
Finish, Brett. Let's go.
Good. 2. 1 more.
Yeah, that was good.
Pad high enough that it actually blocks your hip crease. So obviously if you wanted more for hips, if you wanted it for glutes and hams, it's gonna be fine. Put it below the hip crease, yeah, but if we want it for more low back, block your hip crease, just somewhere around there. And then I'm gonna have you do just body weight 1 or 2, and then we'll actually have you just hold a barbell and we'll do some working sets there. But all I want you to think about is, so some of it's obviously rounding and folding over the front, but while you're doing that, I actually almost want you to feel like you're kind of like pushing your lower back to the ceiling as well too. So it's kind of like a combination thing. Like obviously as you go down, because your hips are blocked, everything's gonna have to round, but by kind of overdoing it, you'll get even a little bit more rounding from that. So that's what we want here, as much rounding as we can, and then as much extension as we can on the way up. So as you're coming down, kind of feel like you're tucking, pulling this way, keep your hands down, whatever, because I'm gonna have you hold a barbell eventually, and then extend up as far as you can possibly come up.
All right, we're doing something you guys probably never see me do because I don't do these enough, but gonna finish with some low back bends. So you guys have seen all this workout. We started with the isolation of the lats, we went to upper back, we went to mid back, we went to back to lats, and so now we have to do the low back. So this is gonna be just specific on the low back muscles and something that's gonna facilitate leg training as well, because you guys have talked about what usually gives out on me on like squats or deadlifts when we go heavy is I start getting a low back pump. So this is gonna help a lot. So I'm gonna start incorporating these, probably do these separate, either in the back day or maybe in the morning after cardio, but this needs to be done. So do not neglect your low back, and this is perfect to do it. So we're gonna start here with body weight, low back bends, and then we're gonna go into, I think we're gonna hold a barbell or some kind of weight. And so for you guys, start just reps, sets of 15, get that pump, feel it, and then gradually move up into weight to create some resistance profile. So let's build these up, man. We gotta get them going. My left hamstring was torn up from yesterday. Just my left. Probably tore it. Probably have like 8 tears in my hamstrings though.
It's because of overtraining, right?
Oh.
Good. Get big smooth into that thing. Stretch all that stuff. Hard squeeze from the bottom. Finish with that chest. All good. One more. There we go. One more. Then we'll go body weight. Same thing.
This works really well.
Smooth, hard squeeze. Squeeze.
The wet holding.
The same pace now. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Top. Good. Slow down. Stretch. Let it all around. Hard squeeze. Good. Couple more. Hold that top for a second. Round, round, round. Come on. Push through these last ones. Let's go. These are the fun ones. Squeeze, squeeze, chest up. Chest up. We got 3. Finish that rep. Come on. Up, up, up. Chest up, chest up, chest up. There we go. 2 more.
Finish.
Come on, squeeze from here. Chest up, chest tall, chest tall. Good. One more. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that was it. Now the pump's there. Oh.
So now you're just rolling out of the gym. That's how you do it. Just lay down on your side.
This is my low back so pumped. I don't want to move. Oh. Make it hurt. Here we go. Chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up.
Good. Come on. 2 more. Get to the top. Everyone. Round it. Start here. Finish. Chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up. Good. One more. Squeeze up. Encouragement hug. Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
The encouragement hug. That's the best time to get it when they're not expecting it.
It worked.
Were you encouraged,
He can't defend
Vaughan?
himself. It doesn't matter if he wants it or not. That was a non-consensual encouragement.
Encouragement hug.
Both. Yeah.
They both worked.
You want to be on my YouTube?
Do I want to be on
Look at my baby mama.
Coming soon.
I know. I worked
We
out
got the baby
super.
mama in here. She's killing it. Is this your second workout today?
Yeah, I'm trying to get in shape.
She's trying to get in shape. 7 months in. She's looking amazing.
How many weeks out?
Like 10,
Yeah.
11 weeks out.
Could be any time. Pretty soon, so. All right, wrap up. I just had to include the baby mom real quick. She's killing it. So that's the life update. Our life update is right about there. So it's coming soon.
I'm ready to pop this baby out and get jacked.
We are both very ready. But today, so a little special event today. We didn't even know we were gonna shoot, but Joe was in town, so he's here for Raw a little bit. So he's doing some videos. So I wanted to get a workout in with him, and he asked what we want to train, and I said back. So the more back things I can learn, like I said, again, legs, back, such a big muscle group. So there's so many different exercises out there, so many different techniques. So you saw that today. He taught us about 4 new different types of variations or exercises in general. A lot that I'm going to take away from today. So as you saw, we hit every single area of the back, finished with low back bends. I can barely stand up straight right now. That's why I'm kind of moving a lot because I'm so pumped right now. So overall, really, really good session. Give you some ideas on, truly just using your back, slowing down the movement just so you know the trigger points of the contraction, the eccentric portion, and overall, just some more ideas. So hope you guys learned something today. Quick little update. I don't know if you'll see this video, but I will be out at Arnold next weekend. We're doing a seminar on Thursday for GASP. So Thursday night at American Barbell. It's a gym out in Ohio, Columbus area. We're doing GASP is doing a seminar and deadlift party. So I'm hoping to see a lot of you guys there because it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's Branch, Hunter, Derek, James Hollinshead, Johnny Jackson, myself. And I'm gonna be around all weekend at the expo both days and also at the shows. So I'm looking forward to that. And then after that, probably gonna be done traveling for a while. And we can really lock into this off season. I kind of just kicked it off last week, the full off season. So food's starting to increase, training's going to increase ahead, and then we're going to start bringing it all to you. So look out, next will be a big old video for you guys I'm excited about. So the show days combined, the little movie video, we're almost done with it. Final touches, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And that'll be a perfect transition into this huge off season, lean into Olympia. So it's all going to be here for you guys. And I'm glad we're back here, back home turf and rolling now. So what's up, baby mom? Where are we going?
We're gonna have a fucking great year.
We're going to have a great year.
Yeah.
With the little one. So, all right, till next time.